Right. Hi, my name is Lily. I'm a second year AC student. My pronouns are she and they. And I am going to be talking about WNE General, WNE Women's Soccer, and WNE Women's Basketball. So I am the point for Western New England General, and we are looking for one incoming AC student to shadow and start to learn the roles and responsibilities of being point person, probably starting in the spring semester. But if you're interested in starting earlier than that, absolutely. Western New England is our most invested school out of the schools that we work with. The athletic director is a huge support for our resources, and the coaches that bring us on are really willing to let us take the lead. This school has the most opportunities for embedded work, attending practices and games with teams, being on their bench, on their sidelines. We also receive a lot of one-on-one referrals from their teams, the teams we work with, and because the coaches and athletic director support our work so much, a lot of athletes from teams that we don't work with. We even have our own office space on the first floor of the athletics building right next to the admin offices. And we are looking forward to continuing to work with the teams that we've built relationships with over the past couple of years. I think we've been working with them for 3 years, don't quote me on that, and implement some really creative programs because they're so interested in our work and letting us take a lead that we really have an opportunity to build something there. I'm interested in starting an injured athlete support group, and I'm going to be reaching out to their counseling center to see if one of their counselors would be willing to co-sponsor a group's counseling setting like that. And then we could be there for performance consulting. That's just an example of one thing that we could implement. And the roles and responsibilities of being a point person are mostly in coordinating. It doesn't get you a lot of extra hours, but it is a really great experience and a really great thing for you to put on your resume and talk about, especially if you want to eventually work in college athletics. I am really going to be just making sure athletic counselors who are working with WNE teams are aware of the protocols, especially for referrals, because they are different than Springfield's. Finding ACs for new services, teams that are looking to start programs, or for one-off workshops that come through, and reporting the number of workshops and one-on-ones each month to the athletic director. And the school doesn't have a licensed mental health counselor or CMPC on site at the in the department. So we have not had additional supervisions in past years for the school like we do with like UMass. And Western New England is a little less than 10 minutes from Springfield. It's pretty close by. I think you probably need a car to get there though. I don't know if other ACs have ever tried to walk or bike there. It's not too far. And next, Western New England women's soccer. I am point four. Western New England is a Division 3 school, so they're a D3 women's soccer team. This is a new site we started in the spring, but they were really great to work with. They are a young team and they have a really big incoming class, so a lot of team bonding and teamwork has been the focus. In the spring, we did weekly workshops and we're on the sidelines for a couple of practices. And in the fall, we plan to be more on the embedded side, so on the sidelines at as many practices and games as we can be. I haven't talked to the coach yet about what workshops will look like in the season, but the last time I talked to her, she was excited to talk about the opportunities we have to work with her athletes during preseason. Typically, in-season athletes are pretty busy and they have less frequent workshops, and then weekly happens out of season. So I'm expecting that to be the case with this team. Maybe monthly workshops or short things before some practices. I'm also going to offer the coach bi-weekly optional workshops. That's something I participated in as a college athlete and I thought was really successful. So I'm hoping that could work and it would also get us more hours. Yeah, that is WNEU women's soccer. And I'm assuming that we'll go back to weekly workshops out of season 2 for the spring. And I'm looking for one first year who will join me in the fall, right when you guys can start doing field work, who will then hopefully take over as the point person as a second year next year. Next is WNE women's basketball. They are a high-level D3 basketball team. They are a very close-knit group. It's a pretty small team, so they will only take one athletic counselor at a time because of that. And it's a little bit unique. It's fully embedded. The coach prefers the AC to be at as many practices and games as they possibly can be, including traveling away with them on their bus. The coach also tends to ask the AC what they observe at practices and work with them to promote mental skills and really get advice on things that can be implemented. The coach will also typically at the beginning pick the mental skills she wants the team to work on and be at all of the workshops that you do with the team, which makes it a little bit unique. It's a pretty time-intensive site because of the embedded nature and planning sessions as a single AC, but you get a lot out of it. Not only are you able to get the embedded experience and practice a real mental performance training plan, you get pretty significant hours from the site, especially from athletes coming up to you on the sideline, constantly talking to injured athletes, doing a lot of workshops in January when they are kind of in the middle of their season and a few in the fall. So that makes it a pretty cool opportunity. I haven't actually done a workshop with them yet. I've only gone to a few practices, but I've gotten 2 direct hours already. So that kind of shows how willing they are to invite you in and talk to you and get your advice on mental performance skills that they can implement. And that's very cool. So we're looking for one AC for that site who will start shadowing in the spring to be the only AC starting next year. Yeah. If you have any questions about those 3 sites, let me know. My phone number is 978-727-7081. Have a great summer. See you in the fall.